Hey guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Welcome to the shop. So we'll just do a quick pan of the shop. I have my main bench here, run a pegboard on top, then I have my workspace, shelves underneath, some gap there, and then I keep an organizer up there. It has a lot of my gunsmith and stuff, and if you think for cleaning, wire brushes, etc., different chemicals. Over here we have the saw. And then down from the saw I keep my blades behind it, and then I keep a bunch of scrap metal underneath the saw that actually help weighs it down, keep the vibration down. Next over here I have a grinder pedestal. I have a old Rockwell bench grinder, and it's been great. It's great for deburring stuff real quick, quicker than setting up the belt grinder. That's not the final resting place. I'm probably going to move that when I end up moving my kiln to that spot right there. Next, I keep my belts hung up here. I have these big rubberized hooks I got from Lowe's. They're great for hanging it up. And then over here, I just have a shelf for miscellaneous stuff. I have like my old forge down there, forge blower, another blower, some ammo boxes, different extension cords. And then up on top, I keep like the buckets for sparks and everything else up there. So I ended up swapping the motor on this guy. We got a 1/2 horse Baldor on there now. It's an American-made motor. Draws about double the amps that the 3/4 horse Chinese motor that this thing came with drew. So it's a much better motor, impossible to bog down. So it's been a great motor. It helps me run a lot better as far as running it like a vertical bandsaw. The big thing is you got to make sure that you have your speeds and feeds right. So you just need to slow down the bandsaw and make sure that you feed slow. Sometimes I'm real bad about pushing and forcing it, and that really puts a wear on the worm gear, which is right in here, that helps slows it down. I've actually had to replace the worm gear before because of that, so just something to keep in mind. I use 14 TPI bimetal blades. I've used Olson and iMachinist, and I like both of them. They last a lot longer than the carbon steel blades. So that's just something to keep note of, but I definitely recommend them. But for what it was, the clutch, I really recommend it. It's been a great saw. Now coming over, I have my belt grinder right here. This is a Coot 2x72 belt grinder. It has a 10-inch contact wheel on it. And then I have a Craftsman 1 horsepower. It's an old Sears Craftsman made American motor. Capacitor start. It's an open motor, so eventually it'll probably die, and I'll end up replacing it with a Baldor totally enclosed motor. But I'm running step pulleys on it right now. We can get up and take a closer look. You can see I'm running step pulleys for variable speed. Keep a switch on here. These are my different wheels for my small wheel attachment. And then I have a guard here just in case that pulley were to ever break. It won't fly off and hit me. Next I have a ceramic platen. It keeps down the friction when I'm using the flat platen. I don't really use the platen a lot. I use the contact wheel mainly for hollow grinding. I have a attached light on here so I can whip it around and maneuver it. I get a lot of questions about the Coot, so just a quick overview. The small wheel is back there, and the entire assembly rotates forward, as you've seen in some of my other videos. I have my 1-inch wheel on there right now. But it's been a great grinder. It's one of your cheaper grinders when you first get into knife making, or like 2x72s or anything. I take the platen off, just right here, in the work rest, I guess, and that's mainly because the work rest is too narrow for when you run the Scotch-Brite belts. So I have to take it off, and I mainly use the contact wheel anyways. Next, going over, I keep the shop vac in between these guys, but like I said, the bench grinder will probably end up going right here in between them. More storage in between. And then we go over here, have a Delta drill press. The drill press sits up on the stand. Ferric chloride tube right there. Again, have another light right here. Light's really important. Just being able to see what you can do. So I keep that here. I have a low profile vise that I keep on here. Next, going over, I have an old Delta bandsaw. In some of my videos I don't use it. That's mainly I'm using the big Hitachi hand bandsaw in the other room. The blade on this is shot right now, so I need to replace it. But like I said, just like with the clutch, the metal bandsaw, the Olson blades are really great, so I'd recommend that. And then next, going down below here, is to store all my wood and handle material. And then over here, I have more, I think this Bacote, Babinga, and Wingay right there. And then finally, we're up over here. That's where I keep my toolbox. So on the top shelf here, you can see I store miscellaneous steels and everything. I have my height gauge. There's some end cuts of there's some bore 16 stainless brass. There's 80 CRV2, some W2 over there, 52-100 bearings. Keep all my drill bits in there. And then next going down, keep miscellaneous stuff like stencils and all that in here. And then moving up, keep calipers here. Keep some pins, scribes, punches, pliers. Then moving down to another one. All my files are through here. More files, lots of files. Let's see. Next, I keep all my forging stuff in here, so like my welder's gloves, tie wire for any kind of Damascus work. Keep a 3-pound sledge in here, lighter, wire brush. Then next, this is kind of my catch-all. This has a lot of my leatherworking stuff for sheaths in here. And then again, this is another catch-all drawer. Has some miscellaneous in there, same paper and stuff. And up underneath, I have an angle grinder. Have a, it was like a 3x36 belt and disc sander. And then I have a battery charger down there for doing my etching. So that pretty much takes us back around the shop, and then we're back over here to my main workbench. So you can see I have a big pegboard up here with all kinds of stuff on it. Here's a knife I'm working on at the moment. And you see right here I'm working on a kiln right now, like I was saying. So I ended up building my own electric kiln. Set right here. So there's all the wiring and everything for it. And then here's the actual kiln. Drop it down. So got a thermocouple on top that reads the temperature. It's still hot. I did a test run on it. But plug it in real quick and get a look at it. You can see it's firing up. It's just running through. Now it's about to read out. So it's saying that it's 230 degrees inside it still right now. And the set is to 100 degrees. And then this switch right here is actually what turns on the elements. And that way I can go and program everything and then turn the elements on. Or when I'm going in to reach in to pull out my knife, I can flick it, turn the elements off so I don't have 20, 30 amps jump through the knife and pliers and electrocute me. So that's the gist of that. But this will be getting finished up shortly, hopefully, and end up where that grinder pedestal is.